Good evening and welcome to tonight's show. This is Effortless Group Sports Network and I remain your humble host, Edison Graham. And if you're just joining us, we give you back-to-back action of the Nigeria Pro Clubs League, and this is yet another episode of Trading Action to your screen. Tonight we are looking into our match day 10. We know we only just started, but 9 games have been played so far. This is our 4th week in the balance, and we are looking at some tough issues coming in. And before we look at all of that, we'd like to look through all the events that has happened this past week and what the table is looking like and all the actions from the past week. And this was the result we had for last match Thursday. We saw Nameless Chaos, our league leaders, continue to be dominant in front as they won AS Tornado 2-0. And now HITMISS Aura still lost again to MENACE FC. What a team MENACE have been. It's their first season, so nothing so bad happening over there. And right up next is CURRYZ losing to Phoenix. With the form Phoenix are in, that was a good result for CURRYZ not to go below the belt. And also, DIEHARD getting an impressive victory against men in PLUTO. CHOAS as ever dominant against the Galaxies. And Marshall went on to beat FACELESS men 2-0. EFFORTLESS continued their inform at the week with the trashing of United FUT 5-0. And last but not least, for the early kickoff, we had Adventure Time losing 6-2 to Toka FC, and that concluded the early kickoff, the 10 p.m. games. And moving on to the second matches, we saw Effortless back-to-back 5-0 defeats, with AS Tornado wrapping up their bad week as they were unable to get any points throughout. And also Marshall XI losing to Adventure Time. That was one of the results no one expected, because Marshall XI was 2 goals up and they went on to lose the game 3-2 at home to Adventure Time. Adventure Time, what a team in form. And also Toka FC went on to draw the game against Galaxy 11. No one saw that coming, but reports reaching me was that Toka FC decided to rest some key names and then they got outdone by Galaxy, but it was a draw, so good play from both sides. United FUT showed they were united against the men in PLUTO, and that was a 5-1 victory to United FUT. FACELESS men went on to win their second game 5-1 after losing to Marshall. CHOAS, I think this is the highest in goal scoring we've seen so far this season, with 13 goals against HITMISS Aura. And then DIEHARD losing 8-1 to Nameless Chaos. And last but not least, what concluded our evening was Phoenix VFC and MENACE, with Phoenix VFC beating MENACE FC 7-3. And that was the match day result. And up next, we'll look at how that result shaping the table. So these are the match day results and why it has been 9 games played so far. You've seen all the teams play their matches, and that ends with Nameless Chaos on top and GCC monitoring proceedings. And don't forget, GCC only loss this season has come at the hands of Nameless Chaos, where they had a red card by play with Victor, and Nameless capitalized, going on to win the match of 4-2. Toka FC has been dominant with their only loss coming from GCC. And then they went on to draw that game against Galaxy 11, as I just showed you on Thursday, giving them their only draw in the balance. Phoenix in 4th place, and their only loss again coming from GCC, and the draw against Effortless. That has been a team in form, Phoenix FC. And we also have Adventure Time having the time of their life with their 2 losses. I believe one just came recently against Toka FC, and then you saw that emphatic victory from 2 goals down against Matcha. I think before that match, Matcha was above them, or they were close or level on point, and we see Adventure Time take that boost above Matcha with that victory. We have Marshall XI in 6th place. They have been fine so far, but lost to Adventure Time, and CHOAS sees them 6th place. And then Effortless, impressive with 5 wins on the balance. Although they are in 7th place, they are worst start to a season. and they have already lost twice already and drawn twice. Don't forget they had that loss against a 10-man FACELESS team, and FACELESS below them with no draw, 5 wins and 4 losses. And then MENACE FC 9th place, AS Tornado 10th place, DIEHARD 11th, and CURRYZ below with 6 points in the balance. United FUT also on 6 points, and Galaxy 11 4 points. HITMISS Aura with a single win 1 point. And men in PLUTO still searching for their first win in the league. So we've seen all that has been so far in the past week, and now want to take note of the features we have today before looking at our team of the week and top goal scorer at the moment. So these are the outline features that we have for you today. We have AS Tornado taking on Adventure Time, Effortless taking Talker FC, which is our featured match of the evening. We'll be having the managers for the press conference soon. We'll see Comrade Kev that left Effortless VFC, went on to win the league and win the cup with GCC, and now is the manager of Talker FC, and now he's coming to his boyhood team, the team that brought him into the league and established him before he went on to do those exploits. We'll see them face up as the match of the day starting 10:30. But before that, we'll have all these managers for a brief interview to tell us the plans they have for the night and what they look forward to the season. And then we also have Matchday against United FUT, who has been shaky and they have seen only 2 victories so far. And Matchday will be looking to do a dominant spell on them because they are obviously not happy after losing to Adventure Time. Galaxy 11 take on FACELESS men. Men in PLUTO take on Get Clap Calls. Men in PLUTO take on Get Clap Calls. CURRYZ face on DIEHARD, 2 teams struggling a bit, and HITMISS Aura, it's against Phoenix FC, and Nameless Chaos we take on MENACE FC. And that is what we have for our matchday features today. And don't forget, the match of the day is between Effortless FC and Talker FC, 2 very spontaneous teams that have the finance to actually move the players around. And we've seen the transfer they have both done this season. We see Charlie Poppy coming in for Effortless for a record sum of 250,000 naira, and then we see Rhymes Bobo being the second on that list, going in for a record 160,000 naira, which was brought in by Sydney Talker to be the assistant manager of Talker FC. Having done that, we are seeing a couple of other games. A game we'll also be taking note of will be AS Tornado and Adventure Time. That would also be one of our interesting match focus for the early kickoff. And then after we look into the early kickoff, then we put all your focus on Effortless and Talker FC. While we are waiting for the managers to come on the press conference, we'll be looking to see the top goal scorer, the assist leaderboard, and the previous team of the week for the just concluded week. And now we'll see our top goal scorer list. Noni has been there since day one, and he doesn't seem to let anyone wants to take a place. With how many goals? About 5 goals as the distance between him and second place. And then we have Rojo with 14 goals. Talker FC Rojo being right up there. Chime getting the 14 goals, equaling Rojo. And then we also have Black Boy featuring with 13 goals. AS Tornado are struggling at the moment, but what we know about Black Boy is that whatever team he is, it doesn't matter if they are the bottom league, he will get those goals. It makes him one of the most prolific attackers in the league. And then one of the newest evolution we are seeing so far this season, it's Killer Before Dawn of Phoenix VFC. And moving on after this game, we'll look at the assist leaders. And like ever dominant since the first day is Rhymes Bobo, but closely monitored by Shime with already double figures in goals and assists this season. We are seeing Frank closely monitoring the proceedings. The GCC boys are pursuing Talker for the top assist leaderboard. And we also have Killer Freak with 9 assists and in 4th place. And last but not least, we see a summer signing for Nameless Chaos Shimere with 8 assists on the balance. And Up next, we're looking at our team of the week before we can get the managers on for the brief interview. And now looking at your keeper of the week, we see Bablo with his third time featuring as the team of the week goalkeeper. He has been ever so present in that Talker team and is doing what it needs to be there to be featured in the team of the week. We see Kev getting a shout out, and I think it's the second appearance in 3 weeks. And then we see the debut partnership in defense with OJ Billions and Osh IOO representing Effortless after their 3 games with 3 clean sheets. And that was, I think that's a record for a game week. And also we look at AA Joe of Nameless and Rhymes Bobo doing the partnership for the CDM position. And then we see another debut contender. We have seen him before in the goalkeeper role. And for the first time, we see him taking on the Wingers team of the week. And Frank is right up there with Killer Before Dawn. And Shime and Roho are also there in the mix. And for the first time, we have Noni Mason for the team of the week. Obviously, they were 9 in 9, but his points didn't let him feature on the team of the week. So we'll take a look once more at our feature, and then we'll check if any game have started while we are waiting for the managers in the press conference, and then they can tell us what they will have to say tonight. And so we look at those games, and don't forget our prediction series where you can predict and win. Our featured match is Effortless and Talker. So write it down in the prediction. The correct prediction gets a 10K prize at the end of the show. Our featured game is between Effortless FC and Talker FC. The game will be starting 10:30 p.m. West African time. So drop in your prediction below who you think is going to win the match and the score line between both teams. And while we give you a little backstories between these teams, you see Comrade Kev was formerly a player of Effortless FC, has gone on to Talker FC, he's won the league there, and now he has been promoted to being the manager of Talker FC, and now he's back to take his boyhood club Effortless. And Effortless is currently being managed by Jerome OBE, and he will be joining us live shortly, and we'll try to get he has planned for tonight. As one of the former senior players, Effortless will be taking me on. Jerome has been given the headline to take this Effortless team to glory, and last season we saw him win the player of the season, and now he's on to lead this team to further glory. He was pretty dominant last season in the central back. He was also the player. He was also featured as the centre back player of the season pairing as well. So we'll see Jerome. He came in his first season, experience have been there so far, but now is his first time being a manager, and we see their position in the league. And we'll be having Jerome come up shortly to give us his own tale of proceedings, while we also get reports reaching us is Rhymes Bobo, the assistant manager of Talker FC, will also be joining us live to give his own take on being that. But now I think we can get Jerome live on screen, and he can tell us what he has for us. Jerome, you're live if you can hear me. How are you doing this evening? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So how are you doing this evening? Okay, report Rhymes is on with us, so he'll be joining the live soon. But Jerome, if you can hear me, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. How about you now? How's everybody?
Yeah, everybody's fine, thank you. So, quick one. What is the mood in the camp tonight? How are you guys preparing for this matchup?
Well, everyone is geared up. The mood is fine, sharp. Well, okay, everybody's in the lobby trying to get 1 or 2 games before the match starts. So yeah, so it's a good mood in the camp.
Okay, Jerome, how does it feel like your first season being a manager? We saw you last season. You were a player. You did your best. You were the Effortless player of the season. You featured in the Nigerian Pro Club League team of the year. So what is the plan now? Being the manager, are the roles different? Is there pressure added to the job? We saw you last week come out with an impressive couple of victories to try and take you up one step, because you were 8 and you move up to 7. So what is the plan? Are you still looking at the title this season? What's the plan going forward?
Well, this is like my first season as manager, and it has been challenging. So I won't lie. I won't say it's going well, but it has been a big challenge. But we're going with the challenge. Actually, we're going with the challenge. It's like a new team. Like if you look at our squad from last season, you can see that we let go like 6 of our players. So we're trying to integrate the new guys. So we're trying to like build a new chemistry and all that. So that's why the result was bleak at the beginning. But we're trying to build from the 2 victories we had last against I think that was Aston Villa and another. So we're just trying to build. So from there, we just want to put ourselves in a good position come the end of the season. Let's just try to see what we can achieve.
Okay, now currently on the other side we have Rhymes. Rhymes, welcome to our live stream. How are you doing today, and good evening to you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right.
So, Rhymes, we've been quizzing Jerome about his experience so far, and he's filled us a bit about what's going on. So, about your own side, we know you're one of the starters of Nameless Chaos, and we see this club do a lot of my club till I die and all of that. But last season, at the end of last season, we see you secure or move 9 minutes in the transfer window to Talca FC. So, what was the decision behind this transition from one team to another? Because we all know you as a loyal guard, the last man standing in the team. No one expected such a move this early. So can you tell us a bit what went down behind the scene?
Yeah, I can't lie. I don't know what to say, and I don't know how to put it together. But the thing is, I had no intention of leaving Nameless Chaos. Like it was not in my plan, but the thing is, like I said, I think I said it one time that if I'd want to leave, I think I'd always think I'll be joining Effortless. And then aside from Effortless, I think I have like other teams in my DM, like couple good teams in my DM that want me to sign for them, like, you know. So I had no intention of leaving Nameless Chaos, but I don't know, like it was just like the last minute thoughts, and I just felt like, oh yeah. And then I think I would just say Kev is doing a good job. Like he's really doing a good job, and he was the last person to come into my DM for the transfer and stuff like that. I just felt like, oh yeah, I feel like I just needed, you know, to challenge myself and see what I can do, you know, outside, because I'm really comfortable at Nameless and they are like my family. So I just feel like, oh yeah, let me just try something different, and then that's just it, nothing more.
Okay, Jerome, bringing you back in now, you heard it live. Rhymes could have been an Effortless player, and now you're about to face who could have been yours. So what's the feeling like? Is this a grudges match? Is it okay, we tried our best, let's have it? What's the goal you're trying to get for this match?
Well, to be fair, we're trying to get a victory. I won't go and say we're trying to play safe. No, we're trying to get a victory because we had like targets come this season. But we are way behind, and you can see where they are. They are like up there. So we respect them. We have to respect every opponent we play. So first off, I'll say, yeah, we respect them, but just respect. We have to go 11 player for 11 players. So we release the challenge.
Okay, since you're going ahead now, what is the score prediction? Like, what would you say will end the match?
If I had to go for the prediction, I'll say my team has been doing well defensively. I won't lie. It's just been our attack has not been clicking, which we are getting there. So I'll just say, okay, let's say I'll give my team a 2-0 victory.
Oh, 2-0 victory, with Rhymes being the king of assists. I bet he's not going to like that. So Rhymes, time to bring you in now. They say they are going to keep a clean sheet against you guys. And we have seen the assist leaderboard. Every week we get to look at it, and you have not changed from that spot. So what's your prediction, and what's your response to that statement?
Yeah, you know, every team have their own belief, and they have to, you know, for you to win, you have to believe at first. So I wouldn't like, you know, take anything he's saying as you know, bad this thing, because it's what they need to like motivate themselves. But regardless, the way I see Talca, I can't lie, and the kind of like chemistry that we have, I'll be disappointed at the end of the season if we don't finish as first or second. But I'm just saying this live right now because I know it's still the league just started, but I'm just telling guys what to expect from Tucker. Because if we didn't finish first or second, I'll be disappointed. That's just what I want to say. So the result of this match, we still won't change anything where we end at the end of the season. So that's just it.
Oh wow, the result of this match is important to your season goals. But we didn't get the prediction for you. So what will you say is the live score prediction for this match?
Yeah, I think they'll score a goal, but it might just be like 3-1 or 4-1.
Oh, 3-1 or 4-1. They are going to test this strong defense of Effortless. All right, we know you guys have a match to prepare for, so we'll just get one more question between you guys, and then we can let you go prepare for your match. And so, okay, this one is to Rhymes at first. So we heard, like you said, there were a lot of teams coming for you, but the decision to go to talk IFC, and a lot of people say, okay, it's because you're a musician, and then there's a look at your record label. If we could be hearing a track from you soon, and your club owner is also a record label boss, so we don't know if that has anything to do with your club decision, or clubs is club and your artist career is separate. So fill us in on that bit question.
Yeah, I don't know, but like I said, the thing is, when the thing is just like when I drop, like I've like said yes to Doka when I like just make it like a joke in our GC in SC that, oh yeah, I think I'll be exploring, but Bones' response was like okay, so I immediately said okay. I just felt like okay, yeah, I just that's personally when I make my final decision. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, if you look at it, well, we are this thing is kind of like a profession to us, one way or the other. It's like what we do, and then we aspire. So regardless of how much I love them, I think if any one of them see an opportunity to move further, I would not be mad for them. I would not be mad at them if they take it as well. So it has nothing to do with whether record label or stuff like that. But somehow, it's still kind of like an exposure to me and my career and the way I do my thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah. All love from me to them or anytime, any day. But we just have to keep going forward at the end of the day.
No. Okay.
So that's just.
Oh, okay. Good response. Good response, by the way. Jerome, the last question before we leave you all to go. So this is it, sir. What is the let's say a new manager is trying to come up in the picture. So what advice would you give? Because this is your first season and we've seen you guys struggle. You've had a good week. You've gone to a bad week where you could not win a game. And you've gone to another good week again, and now we don't know how your week is going to be because it's just the Monday game. So how would you advise a new manager getting into this profession of managing a pro club league? What would you say to him and how he can move forward and all of that?
Okay, well, I would say I'm just a month into the business, so I have a vast knowledge about it, but with the little idea I'll say I've gained. I'll say first off, you have to believe in what your idea is as a manager. You have to believe in this is the way I want to go. Even when it's going bad, you still have to, even if you have to switch or tweak a little thing, you still have to believe in your idea. So first off, you just have to believe in your idea. Don't change that your identity you're trying to go with. I feel that's one of the things that happened to my team come the second week, because we had a system we're trying to play, but because of some personalities and some personnel to play the positions and all that, we couldn't maintain the idea. We had to tweak one or two things and it didn't work. So I feel with the little experience I've had, the first thing a manager has to do, or anybody that's going to be a leader, even a captain in a team, it has to be the idea, your idea. What do you want to bring out? What's your idea about the game? You have to maintain that idea. So that's just my own idea about it.
Okay, for Jerome, it's all about the ideas. You have to stick to your identity. So all right, it's time to let you. But before I do, is there any words you have to say to each other, because you guys are on here together? So is there any words you like to say to your opponent? Because rest assured, we'll be getting you live at the end. So we'll still have a post-match conference where you come and tell us your feeling on how the game went. So this is the time to let some bad eggs flow or some good eggs flow. So is there any words between you guys before I let you guys leave? Not between me and I'm out of the picture now. So between you guys, speak to yourself.
fair play, man. Fair play, man. Fair play, man.
Yeah, fair play. And Nenki, I don't want to see you in the lobby, so that's all. GG's.
It's safe to say I'm retired. Well, thank you all for coming on live with me. And we have the manager of Effortless, Jerome, and the assistant manager of Talker FC, Rhymes. Thank you for joining me live.
All right, thank you.
Bless.
All right, we've seen them in action. We've seen these guys on, and they've given us a piece of their mind. They've given us a piece of their heart, and now they are ready to get on the show. So we'll be looking at getting a lot of teams that are already ready and getting their matchup. We'd like to see what any match they have started and give you back into the action. But that will be our match of the day. So we'll actually give them a lot of time to prepare. So we'll cover all the matches and the whole community can go as a whole to capture the late night match. So don't forget, this is Effortless Sports Network, and you have to enjoy every moment of this. So subscribe, hit that post notification button so you get a notification anytime we're on, and leave a comment. 10K is up there for grabs for the prediction of the match between Effortless and Talker FC. So while you're getting ready to catch in all the trees of that, we'll be bringing you some early games with one of our prime focus, the match between AS Tornado and Adventure Time. We see Caesar on loan at Adventure Time. He was from AS Tornado, and now he's featuring again, might be featuring against the Parents Club. I wasn't privileged to see their lineup. Some teams keep it like 30 minutes before Matchday so they can string up a few surprises. And we'll soon be seeing all this match live. And don't forget, we are on every Monday and Thursday. Don't be late. You know the time, 10 p.m. West African time. We have one match on Monday and we have two matches on Thursday. Come and grab in on all the action. See the managers have the press conference before their featured match day. You see them taking their opponent, and then they join us live at the end of the chat to tell us how the match went and what they are going to do next. You see, this is a community of thriving EAFC players. This is the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, and we'll bring you all the live action on Effortless Sports Network. And again, this is all the features we'll be having for the night. So we'll try to give you a glimpse of all the games before it ends, while we'll focus fully on our featured match. And when it gets to our featured match, we'd like to stay there till the end. So we're trying to get all the matches as early as possible so you can have a glimpse of all the scores around the table and see who's moving up and who's moving down, and then we'll give you our featured game. So right now the teams are in the lobby, they are getting ready. Any of them that are in the lobby will give you a show so you can get a glimpse of their lineup, so you get to see what formation they are playing in. You get to see who's starting and who's on the bench. And this is Effortless lineup for our featured game. We see the AI as a goalkeeper, and then we see Uche and Hodge returning as the centre back after making their team of the week appearance. We see Sovic in the left centre back. We see the continuous partnership of Jerome and Jay in the CDM position. We see Melvo on the right wing, and we see Kaz the noob on the left wing. And we also see Charlie Poppy in the camp position, and we have Lord and Sabi Boy. They are both as the double 9 in the formation. Is 3-5-2 for Effortless FC. And we have on the bench, we see Sanche, we see Soulless, we see Chooks, we see AGZ, the goalkeeper, currently out injured. We see Latte, and we see Annie Jeff. And this is the squad of Effortless FC for this match. And right next, we'll be looking at the lineup for Talker FC, and we'll see what they have for us. And this is the lineup for Talker FC. E-Banks in goal, Van Dijk and Mahmoud in double CB partnership. Then we see Gain Analyst, we see Beast, we see Montana, we have Wonder Kid, Rhymes Bobo who joined us on stream, Dio, Oscar, and don't forget Ro is second on the goal scoring leaderboard. And we see their subs, Dr. Talisman, Toby, Wesley, Ike Kalu, Yebs, and Holy Cup. And don't forget the team is managed by Comrade Kevin with his assistant Rhymes Bobo who joined us live. And now we've seen this lineup for this team. And don't forget, we'll give you a bit glimpse before their match starts, while we take a look at all the games that have started so far. with one of our focus for the early kickoff being the game between AS Tornado and Adventure Time. Adventure Time are the team in form. They got a victory against Matcha from 2 goals down, and then AS Tornado haven't had a good week. Last week was so bad for them because they had 0-9. They couldn't get a single victory last week. We saw them drop points. So we'll be having to start some of this match shortly. So be with us, stay with us, and subscribe. Drop the comments, drop those predictions in there. You could be lucky enough to get that prize. So don't forget, this is Effortless Sports Network, and we'll be covering all the games of the Nigerian Pro Clubs League this season. So there is your place for action on Mondays and Thursdays. And when the FA Cup starts on Saturdays at 10 p.m. same time, the FA Cup will start at half of the season. So keep your eye peeled. We'll give you an update when the FA Cup games will begin, so you'll see all the live action, because it's one thing to win the league and it's another thing to have the bragging rights for the cup. So we'll keep you on ground with all the live action, and we will soon get started with the matches live. So this is the starting 11 of the Toka FC. We'll take a close look at our Matchday features, and then we can get started with the matches. So these are all the actions we have for you tonight. AS Tornado Adventure Time, one of our focus games, while Effortless Soccer FC is our featured match of the evening. We have Match Allen United FUT locking horns. We have Galaxy 11 and Faceless Men in Pluto take on Get Clap Cause. That will not be an easy one for the men in Pluto. We also have CURRYZ take on DIEHARD, HITMISS Aura take on Phoenix FC, and Nameless take on MENACE. Nameless MENACE, what a rhyme. And don't forget, we've seen the top goal scorer, the assist leaderboard, the team of the week, Nameless Chaos and Get Clap Cause. Is there any prediction chat for them to drop points? Because I don't see Nameless or Get Clap dropping points in this game, but we've seen Menace FC, they have been able to cause an offset so far. We saw that game where they won Faceless Men 4-0, and no one can forget it if you're live with us. That was a shocking result for Matchday 1. And now we also see Men in Pluto go up against Get Clap Cause. Men in Pluto yet to see their first point in the season, and going on against Get Clap Cause, that is not an easy feature for anyone. They are the most dreaded team in the league, and they've only lost one game, and it's to current league leaders Nameless Chaos. And Nameless Chaos will be looking to wrap it up early with Menace FC, because you know Menace FC, you can't really give them time, because when they get time on the ball, they can be very dangerous, as they've shown so far this season. And then we also have the game between CURRYZ and DIEHARD FC. DIEHARD FC had a good time last week. They had 4-6, and that's an impressive one coming off the bounce. And HITMISS Aura, who has been in bad form all season, they're going against informed Phoenix VFC. Phoenix FC is one of the most informed teams this season. We see them in the top 4 for their first time in the Nigeria Pro Clubs League. And now we're taking a look into the DIEHARD team. A bit of a surprise for me, because I'm seeing Sneaks the Architect playing a CDM role, and we saw him feature in the team of the week playing the wing. And sometimes you can question these managers on why they switch teams a bit. And if we get a confirmation that one of the matches is about to start, CURRYZ versus DIEHARD. DIEHARD not getting a full lobby for this match, but they seem to be going ahead with it. So we are seeing a 9-man DIEHARD team take on a CURRYZ Pro FC. This is a match between DIEHARD and CURRYZ, and we'll be bringing you all the live action and commentary. So let's see what they have in store for us. The match between DIEHARD and CURRYZ FC is live in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, and we're bringing you all the action on Effortless Sports Network. So we'll be observing what goes on here while monitoring all the activities across the board. Okay, And the match is about to start. We're still waiting for confirmation if we'll be having our co-host Slimer in the building. And right now the game have started. Slimer will be joining us shortly, confirmation reaching me. So I'll be taking on the game between DIEHARD and CURRYZ while we wait for our co-host Slimer to join us. And it's Clear Valley of CURRYZ with the ball. We see CURRYZ FC in purple kits, and then we have the DIEHARD men in the black kits. And now we see this ball moving from left to right. Defense recycling possession. CURRYZ will be looking to get a victory to make things solid between them. And now they're on the counter is DIEHARD and a tackle from his spine. And now we move to Dijam. Dijam moves the ball in the midfield. Clean throws through. And now the winger have the ball. Can he make something happen? Balanced 0-2. Recycling the ball to Dijam. Dijam twist and turn, lob the ball forward. And that ball has been lost. And now they get it, kill time. Can he find the pass? And it's one-on-one and it's a goal. Clean footage of CURRYZ, lights one up in the first 10 minutes of the game. And CURRYZ 1-0 against DIEHARD. Is only the first 10 minutes of the game, and nice pass and clean footage. Ever so clinical in front of goal, and he's made that 1-0 to CURRYZ FC. And now Dijam with the ball again, a loose pass by him, and DIEHARD intercept with Cypher Montana. Can he find the pass? No, it's defended. And it's to return a quick one, and DIEHARD attacking again, a cross in the box. He tries to do an overhead kick but defended. Clean Frosh tries to recover position, and he does. He's passing ball to big man, and he moves to the wing with Balance. Balance running down the Balance. Can he find the pass? He finds the pass to Clean Frosh, twisting and turning near the keeper. He twists and turns back to Balance. What a quick recycling play. Kill time with the ball, and he loses possession again. Now Sneaks, the archetype, can attack. And is that an offside? Offside from Josie B. That was a lazy one, not getting back in time. And now they are moving the ball again. It's CURRYZ from back to front. Kill time, switching the ball to Balance. Balance recycling with DIEHARD and back to Balance. Balance has been impressive in the wing in the first 15 minutes. But lose possession by Balance, and it's Josie with the ball. Bringing Cypher into the play. Back to Josie. Can he find that pass? He finds it. And is it a chance? And is it a goal? And that was a last G save, and Clean Frosh leading the attack of CURRYZ. And they're bringing in cleverly for the scarce of possession, but he has the ball now. Can he make something happen? Oh, he does make something happen. Clean Frosh with a shot, and it's a save by the goalkeeper. Corner kick to CURRYZ FC. What can they make out of it? It's been a back-to-back action from this match between CURRYZ and DIEHARD. Cleverly, he twists the ball in. He didn't get the head, and it's a counter for DIEHARD. They move the ball quickly to Owings Baba. Owings Baba twisting and turning as he finds Cypher Montana. Can he find the pass through? And the shot is intercepted from CURRYZ. And now they're back on the counter with DIEHARD. Can he find Cleverly right on that wing? No, it finds Balance. Balance gives to kill time. Can he find that pass? He gets that pass through. Big Time couldn't control the possession and loses the ball. And now they are with the ball again. It's the CURRYZ in purple if you're just joining us, and DIEHARD are in black. And they are moving this ball. CURRYZ trying to make something happen. We see Balance on the right wing and CURRYZ on the left wing. Balance with a back heel pass. Lofted forward for Clean Frosh. Cleverly tries to twist, but he loses ball in the middle. And now is in another opportunity for DIEHARD to counter. And Cypher Montana moves the ball to Owings. Owings twists and turn, and he gives the ball to Sneaks. What can Sneaks make happen in this game? And now Chooks with the ball, cleverly moving the possession, trying to make something happen. He gives a drift pass, and Balance with the ball. Can he score the goal? And Balance with a near post shot, and it's 2 goals to CURRYZ FC in the 30 minutes mark. And we see CURRYZ lead this game 2 goals to 0. CURRYZ versus DIEHARD. And now the game goes on with CURRYZ FC winning 2 goals to 0. DIEHARD trying to make something happen, but it is intercepted by the goalkeeper. And Balance with the ball on the right wing. Balance has been making a lot of things happen. And now can he find Cleverly? Cleverly marked by the defender. And the defender gets the ball. And DIEHARD coming in hard again. So, Cypher through ball through. Can he find the pass? He recycles possession. Owings trying to make something happen, running down the bar line. Can he find a pass to make things happen? Yeah, unlucky. But DIEHARD still with the good press with Joby on the ball. Can they get the last shot in? Nothing true for them as they clear the ball out. And now Shina with the ball, another loose possession. DIEHARD needs to handle possession better if they are going to get anything for this game. It's just 10 minutes before the first half is over, and we see CURRYZ lead the game 2-0 to 0. And we are waiting confirmation to see if there will be anything before this half end. DIEHARD on the press. What a lovely pass. Onside and it's a goal. Josie B, you know when it's there, he will get the goals. And it's Josie B with one in for DIEHARD. And the game is now open between both teams as DIEHARD is leading. As DIEHARD just scored a goal. So it's still CURRYZ 2 and DIEHARD 1. CURRYZ 2 and DIEHARD 1. As we see the game getting the balance, we're trying to figure out what is popping on the screen when we confirm. And it's CURRYZ and DIEHARD. And now we focus on one of our featured game, Adventure Time and Tornado, but it seems they are struggling to get it back in. And Slime, more confirmation that you are with us now. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've missed you on the interviews, we've missed you on the last week action, but as always, we're glad to have you live with us. Okay, confirmation. Slimer is with us all the way from Ghana. So while we wait for Slimer to get his visuals back on and join us live, we are looking at the lineup between Adventure Time and AS Tornado, two teams that are cut short because of the transfer of Caesar. So we are waiting to see what's happening between these teams, if Caesar will return home half season or by the end of season. But we see them ready to match up, and I don't see any sign of Caesar in the lineup. But while we wait for this game to get started, we would like to check on proceedings back at DIEHARD versus CURRYZ to know what is happening in that match. And we are looking at the lineup for our early featured game between Adventure Time and AS Tornado. The lineup we are looking at is for Adventure Time: Yankee in goal, Fluke the Pig as LCM, Papilo CDM, Stashi RCM, Nikari RM, Christine right back, Imad Dafi, one of the most informed centre back at the moment in right centre back, Dembo in LCB, Keep Spike in left back, and Gifted as the left midfielder. What a team Adventure Time is featuring this season, and they're already ready and locked in to get started for their tonight's match. You see them having a full 11 with just a missing goalkeeper, but they are ready, and we saw them try to start a game, but unlucky with the network issues or maybe an EA glitch, but they are trying to get themselves sorted and right back in for the action. We'll be catching the action live with Adventure Time and AS Tornado, and hopefully the match ends so we can all get the piece of action. Our featured match day between Effortless VFC and Toka FC when old bloods reunite there. So we are waiting for confirmation for this game to get started, while we also wait for Slimer to join us as well. So we'll be looking at the features for tonight again, and then we'll let you know if any match have started. We'll be running right back into the action so you don't miss any of the moments and the goals. So back in again, we have AS Tornado, Adventure Time, Effortless, Toka FC, Marshall United FUT, Galaxy 11, Faceless, Many Pluto take on Get Clap, CURRYZ versus DIEHARD, HITMISS Aura Phoenix, and Nameless Chaos, MENACE FC. So we'll be taking you on the action whenever this matches start. So we'll be taking you live to see what happens with these matches. and then we'll give you all the live action on whatever is going on. So don't forget, all the live action is happening in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, and we'll be with you shortly while we try to get the match in view. Okay, if you're just joining us, is the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, and we're bringing you all the live views on the Effortless Esports Network. So don't forget, if you're just joining us, this is the place to be for all your live action of pro clubs in Nigeria. Confirmation on visuals, and then we get to see all the live action happening on our screen. We are waiting to confirm everything going on so we can give you all the live action, so you can have a picture of our league, our match feature for today, while we wait for live action between the teams. Here we are live and seeing all the live actions with the features in view while we wait for these teams to get on so we can give you all the gameplay and match focus. We saw the game between DIEHARD and CURRYZ take an interesting turn when Josie B got to go for DIEHARD. It was 2-1 before we got interrupted for the game. Hopefully that was no network issue and the teams are still having that match played. We'll be waiting for confirmation for the other games while we try to get you in on things happening in the match. Yeah, confirmation, we have Sly, but we are unable to get the camera feed from Sly. So confirmation if we can get him shortly and he'll be able to join us. But if any of the game have started, we would like to get the viewing in on any of the games. We saw Adventure Time and AS Tornado trying to get their match ready, and hopefully that game has started and we can see some of the live action. And we see one of Nameless Chaos getting ready in lobby. We see Nameless Chaos also adopting the 3-5-2 formation. A lot of teams are using the 3-5-2 formation this season, and hopefully they get another result in the balance. Lancelot in the wing, and Haken and Noni continues their dominant partnership in front of goal, with Chimere being the cam to handle position. We see Vatican Cameo and Ronzi Dre playing the CDM, and we have Grim Reaper out on the other wing. And in defense, we see Lord Bones, the manager, leading them from the back, also the captain of the side as well. And they are getting ready to get into this match. So we'll be focusing on the games between Nameless Chaos and also AS Tornado and Adventure Time. So we'll be giving you live action shortly. So if you're just joining us, the game between Adventure Time and AS Tornado have started, and we'll get you back into that. So the game have started, and we have Adventure Time in white and AS Tornado in the blue kits. And AS Tornado are getting the ball from back to front and intercepted Adventure Time, who are informed, trying to make something happen, and that is a clearance by AS Tornado. We can hear your voice, but I don't think we can get your feed. and we are working on it at the moment. Are you getting a live view of the match? Oh, oh, okay. Good of you to join us while we try to get your video sorted out. It's still 0-0 in the first 10 minutes between Adventure Time and AS Tornado. And don't forget Adventure Time in white. And we see Caesar, the unknown winger, playing against his parent club. But AS Tornado has won the ball from him, and now they are countering. Can they make something out of this? Tato with the ball, and he finds that pass, and that is intercepted by Adventure Time. And now they're on the counter. Are they using the wing of Caesar? Is Caesar on the ball? 1-2 with the moon. Can they get Caesar back in? He recycles to Stashi. Recycles the ball to Papillo. Pressure on the ball, but he maintains possession. And Caesar with a chance. He was about to score his parent club, but they get a chance again with the goalkeeper saving the ball. And now is a counter by AS Tornado. And we've got cut off from the visuals, and we are back in again. And Slime, or confirmation you are with us now. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah. I've been waiting for a minute now. I was enjoying all of the action from behind the scenes, but finally I am here. So thank you guys for having me. Apologies for not joining earlier, but it seems like I brought the luck with the first big chance of the game, but Adventure Time were unable to capitalize on that one. But I've been following the Nigerian Pro Clubs League always, as we see another huge chance just go off the top of the post. But Adventure Time showing us that they are fit in the league for a reason, pushing up the pace. You see them pressing high up the field. You've got to congratulate teams that always want to do that, because in pro clubs, I know it's always tough pressing as a team. Sometimes you can do it as individuals, but as a team, it can always be sometimes really difficult. Papillo in the midfield looks very composed. He has control of affairs so far. Beautiful finish and a well-worked move that time. The lofted pass. A pass which I think in the previous years in FC, it worked so many times. But this year, we haven't seen it too many times. But Adventure Time showing us that they are indeed veterans of this pro club's action and being able to just maneuver their way in producing a top end goal. Adventure Time leading by a goal to nil.
And we see Adventure Time, they are one of the most informed team right now, and we see AS Tornado struggling. But there was a lot of debates during the last weekend about the playing time of Caesar, because Caesar have gone, he was released on loan by Adventure Time before this season, and he's gone on to find a home in. Oh, what a goal! Sly, did you capture that finesse?
I did. Eddie, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
I did. It was amazing. Just caught us off guard. But wow, AS Tornado, they haven't attacked too many times in the game, but their patterns look really solid there. And Adventure Time just caught off guard. You've got to love the space like these when we are seeing shots from outside of the box, just adding a little bit of spice and variety to your offense. Great goal from AS Tornado. Wow, what a start we've had to this game already. 30 minutes gone, and you almost feel like nobody is backing down. Everybody wants all of those 3 points. For Adventure Time, mind you, if they're able to pick up points, they could possibly finish the day in the top 4, depending on how results go in that talker. Also, and then Phoenix FC games. Here goes AS Tornado again. They've looked brilliant from these angles, trying to thread it through a barrage of bodies. That time, the defense does it too.
Sly, I must give you a backstory on this team, both teams play right now. There is no good blood between this team, because they had a player on loan given to Adventure Time, and now AS Tornado is looking to record the player during half season, but we are yet to get the player view on where he wants to be come half season. But these are the technicalities, the contract issues. Releasing a player and he's performing, and now you want him back and all of that.
You want him back? No way. Was it a loan agreed earlier?
Yeah.
Or was it a permanent transfer?
Reports reaching me, there is some contrasting view between the managers, with one reporting that he was out of contract with AS Tornado, while the manager saying it was a loan they gave them to. But that is the story on board. We'll be waiting for confirmation. Hopefully, when we have any of these managers on, we'll get to confirm what the deal was between them.
Yeah, that looks really juicy. That story there looks, and it makes this game also juicy as well. We've got interesting narratives like this. He always brings for a fun matchup. In these 40 minutes, they have produced a really fun matchup. AS Tornado looking to finish this first half on a high. That attack just breaking down in that moment. But you love when stories like these come out. The Nigerian Pro Clubs League, not only known for entertainment, controversies as well. It's why we enjoy it so much. A minute to go before that halftime whistle comes and that final chance for to adventure time. Ball roll into space. I like how they're building. Back post could be open. And just like that, the zigzag their way through. And with the final chance of the first half, they make it count. Adventure time, getting back their lead.
Speaking of players, I think it was the player in question with the assist, with the final assist for that chance.
Oh,
keep an eye out for Caesar. And now we look at Nameless Chaos versus Menace FC, the league leaders. They are taking no prisoners alive.
I mean, the game where the beat Get Clubbed, I looked at it later because I was very busy. Then I went to watch the stream. I was like, how did these guys manage to pull it off? And I was watching the game and I saw they were very impressive. I saw the whole time you were really surprised with the outcomes of the game. But I mean, the way they started this season, we all knew they had potential to be good, but I don't think we expected them to be this good this early. How much have they surprised you, Eddie, with their performances so far this year, Nameless Chaos?
You see, Nameless Chaos, if we're being honest, they are like one of the top side in the league. Everybody knows that. They are one of the only teams to have won the prestigious FA Cup. Not a lot of teams can say they've won it, but even without winning the league, they are right up there because those cups are about key moments, but nobody expected them to like be this good starting this season because they lost Rhymes, but I think they lost him, but they became a better team. I don't know how that was, but that's what we are seeing live.
Addition by subtraction. If you're a big fan of the NBA, when the Clippers lost Paul George, everybody thought the team would go into fumbles, but all of a sudden, other players stepping up and making sure that the Clippers are still very much good this year. It feels like that's what's happening to the Nameless Chaos with Rhymes Ball leaving, but they're still performing at a really high level. And kudos to them, up by 3 goals in that game, making sure that they maintain top spots heading. Still have that one loss to Get Club cost so far. So kudos to them for bouncing back after that one loss. But they've also gotten a draw, which has just made them fall off a cliff a little bit, kindly on 22 points in third place, still gunning for a finish in those top positions of the league. But 10 games in for the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. Comparing this to last year's first 10 games, how do you say it has improved upon some of the, not just the performances on the virtual pitch, but the moves from players from team to team? How do you see the Nigerian Pro Clubs League as a whole?
I think it has made the league a lot more interesting because you see a lot of people carrying unbeaten run into almost the second half of the season, but now it's just 10 games in and only one team, the top dog at the moment, Nameless Chaos. You see Effortless struggling, you see Toka FC dropping that all-important point against Galaxy 11. So you've seen major offset as you see another chance with Toka FC. This match they have thrown all through the week on the socials, and now it's time for the action. We had the pleasure of having this managers for pre-match conference, and they promised to be back regardless of the result for the post-match conference. But now the game is on. We missed you earlier, but now the featured match for today is here. So what are your predictions? Effortless, Toka FC.
I think I still got a really big soft spot for Toka FC because I saw them live in action in the year that they came and just dominated, not Get Club because of their pitch. This season, it hasn't been the start that I was hoping for from them, and you almost feel like some people were expecting them to even be worse than they are playing right now because the caliber of talent that they had lost to Marshall, etc. But the recruitment, I'll say, is top notch. The people who are in charge of doing that, it feels like they've gone for the best Ghanaian players, come and replace the best Nigerian players on the team, the likes of Wonder Kid, Oscar, Montana, who's currently on the ball on that left. And so kudos to them for making sure that they get this team still contending for a title. So far, just one loss and one draw. I think it's still very impressive. Effortless though, they need a positive result in this game. They seriously need a positive result to go their way. They're still one of the highest scorers in the league, plus 21 goal difference, but that's just not going to cut it. They need to really seriously win games. I'm just looking forward to seeing how this game goes on to finish. As Wonder Kid, now he's playing in a favorable position. I think the last time we saw Toka in action, Wonder Kid was playing in the forward positions, but back home here in Ghana, in the Ghana Pro Clubs League with his team 30 opponents, he operates in that midfield position. So I was wondering why they put him in the attack. Now I feel like he is in a more comfortable position, and we'll see if that can make a huge impact on this team. Talker, as they build up from the back, but the pressing from Effortless is very vehement. Hot shot from distance, they'll get a really good break. Melville, was that shot cancel really necessary?
You see, these are the high stakes games, and decisions like that could cost your team, and we've seen it live. There was ball fall through to Melville, but it was, I think, a bit too calculative there. What do you say about that?
Yeah, I think he was just trying to bait the defenders into thinking he was going to shoot first time, but the space was open for that first time, so Melville would be kicking himself if he cannot produce a goal in this first half. But we know one of the best players around will always find a way to create chances, the ball dallying in the box, and Effortless. All of their efforts pay off and by a goal to nil, and it's well deserved as well.
Yeah, we saw them miss that early. We saw them miss that early chance, but like you said, it's well deserved because they have been the better team in the first 26 minutes of the game. And this is a high intense match because the backstory is Kelvin returns home. You know, this was a team where he started his pro club's career in Effortless, all the ninth lobby and training, and now he's back here as a manager. What a story Kev has been, and a revelation from going from Effortless Boyhood Academy to being the only player to win the league and cup.
Really, really nice stuff from Kelvin. Now coming back home and making sure that he will perform to those standards. I'm sure a lot of people will be watching how he performed. Just 13 game minutes gone, and our featured matchup of the Nigerian Pro Clubs League brought to you by Effortless Sports Network, where Effortless VFC currently sitting in 7th place in the league, leading by a goal to nil. It's well deserved. Just like Eddie said, these guys have been pushing, they have been pressing, and they've deserved that goal so far. We haven't seen them get into their groove too much. They are now trying to take control of the ball a little bit, knocking around, and just get a feel of the game. But kudos to Effortless. They're closing down the spaces so well. Look how tough it is to get the pass into the midfield as they win the ball back high up the field. Hot shot. They go on another attack. The last time it was a cross that got them a goal. We see them put another one in. Back post cross comes in. Novo can't get a decent connection onto it, but he'll earn a corner out of that. They are doing a really good job of preventing the Toka FC side from finding their midfielders. You haven't seen the likes of Oscar and Wonder Kid be able to get on the ball. Finally, they do get it into advanced positions. Here they go again. Oscar on the 10 will find Montana in space. Can they break through going for the flare nutmeg? The amount of times you are seeing the Effortless defenders crowd on attacker is amazing. Everybody understands the detailing, and I think they've put a really solid performance in these first 30 minutes to go, but you can't do it for this time and expect to go on to win the game.
I don't know how that ball didn't get in because everything looks in place. You see, that's a lot of things you get only from the training ground because you saw that was well practiced. They knew before the free kick coming that they were going direct for that ball.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see Bandit's movement at the back post because it seemed to just get away from everybody and found an open header, but just couldn't find the target. Rhymes again on the attack. Toka, can they make this one count? 2 minutes to go before the halftime whistle goes. They're trying to thread that one too. Was that the perfect option? Look, if you're watching from behind, like myself and Eddie, you can be there and start saying, okay, you shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done this. But I know when you're in game, it's sometimes difficult to make the right decision. But hey, these guys are trained professionals. They've been training every single time. So I'm expecting better decisions for them. A really good break from Montana. Can he get a shot off? That's a weird one, which ends up in the goalkeeper's hands.
This game is all high intense action. You see these players, like you can see how tough this game is. Like it shows like every player is holding their breath right about now because you can see high level of intensity between the both teams. And now we get the view at the league leaders again. What do you think? Another statement results in the balance?
I think it is a huge statement of intent because Get Club are now looking at this team and being like, they've beat us already. And if there's no other team that can take points off of them, meaning that the return leg will have to do our own business. And if nobody else can take points off of Nameless Chaos, then I think the club are in serious trouble of trying to win this league. You chance, there they go again. These guys are right back in front. They get 7. They're already on plus 36 goal difference.
And now they got like, and now the fun thing about Nameless Chaos is that anytime you view the match in, like, they always look like scoring.
I mean, they're always creating avenues for each other. Like on that possession, there everybody wants to get in on the act. And when they start scoring 1, 2, 3, you know it's going to be a bloodbath, as they've gotten 7 in that game. The league leaders keeping everything fresh and intact. As we'll get back to our featured matchup on today's broadcast, with Effortless looking really good on the offensive end. That attack just breaks down midway though. Toka can get a breakthrough with this counter-attacking situation, 3v3. That is interesting. Shot comes off.
What a chance.
The rebound. That's a huge one. Wow. You know what? I wasn't expecting the Trivela at all, but in the end, it paid off.
It did pay off. I think that was certainly green time. You see the keeper trying to make a save, but now this is where you have to know who is the better team, because there's one team going 1 up, and is how you recover from games like this. And speaking about that, he lost the ball in a very dangerous position, and OJ Billions with a dash this clearance. What do you think with the way the game is going? Where's your prediction going towards?
Yeah, even if I make my prediction, how that goal was created, I've been seeing this for a very long time. I don't think there's too much luck this year. You make your own luck, and the fact that they tried the Trivela and luckily it fell to the striker, it's not that it just fell to his feet. He made the run to be in that position. So kudos to the Toka FC for getting someone back post and smashing into the back of the net. Look, the momentum has shifted. The momentum has seriously shifted. Now we are seeing Toka control affairs. Their players are getting comfortable. We saw Oscar with the Magidi spin cut, so like they're getting into their groove. You almost feel like the second goal could come from that. That's lovely for Montana as well. The roulette to get away from his man. Effortless will have to do some defending.
And the thing about games like this is the time goes on so quickly. Like 1 minute, you'll see you're in the first half of the game, and the next you're seeing, oh, it's late, and the result, the goals in this moments can decide the game pretty quick.
I mean, credit to Effortless. The way they've packed that back line, it will be tough for anybody to break down. But if you want a team out there, or teams out there that can break stubborn defenses like this, you've got to put Toka in that equation, because in as much as you want a team with chemistry that can play together and break down these defenses, sometimes it just doesn't work. That's where you can lean on your individual brilliance, the likes of Wonder Kid, the likes of Montana up front, who can get a pass or two, a skill move or two to break through that defense. Then you know that they can make the job work. Oscar will try from long distance. It seems like long distance is actually working for this Toka side. I'm sure we'll see 1 or 2 more attempts before this game comes to a close. Effortless holding on to it. Now they've got to find a way to hold on to the ball and just take the sting out of Toka's relentlessness so far. Lasso, interesting pass onto that wing. Melville on the 10, gets away from his man. We've already seen him do damage from this right hand side. Up south of the cross that time around. That's just perfect interplay between him and his attacker. Back post cross comes in just a little bit too much on that one, as that offensive output from them just couldn't materialize. But you see the idea from Effortless. They want to play on that wing. They want to stretch the pitch as wide as they can and leave holes in that midfield. When the cross comes in, they will have people to latch onto them. So I think that the plan and idea is really, really clear from Effortless. I like what I'm seeing from them. Though they have to take care of the ball there. Montana trying to latch onto that one. Can't get it to go. High pressing will get it back for me. Love to pass. Dio can't knock it down. Jerome will clear.
They are losing possession in difficult and difficult places, and if they don't stop turning possession, the way the
goalkeeper has moved from his line through the corner, I'm expecting someone to try a corner to go at this point, because all of the corners he's moved out of position, and if someone dares to try take that risk, I wouldn't be surprised if he's rewarded with a goal.
I would doubt they'll be going for the corner direct, but these are pro players. Yeah, you know, they can shock you with everything. Because why I say that I dare them to try, because you have one of the most advanced headers of the ball in Comrade Kev. So getting that ball to his head is like a guaranteed goal. So I think that's what they are aiming for at the moment, to get that good
But
ball in his head.
yeah, I 100% understand your point, but you could bait people into thinking you want to cross it into Comic Kev and then trick them with that shot as well. We'll see if they can try that, but they've got just about 15 minutes to possibly turn this game around with effortless. Just defending resolutely at this point. Still 1-1 in that game. Toka FC effortless really giving us a tough matchup in that game. Effortless though playing at home, I'm sure they'll be expecting that at least they come away with a point. And you know what? I think this performance has warranted a point, even though they'll have to be defending for the last 15 minutes. I think they've done that brilliantly through all game. Maybe they even go for 3 points. Here they come. Lasso on the 10 will go on the left hand side this time. Trying to get Melville into the equation. The defense will do its job as Toka will clear their lines. But not far from the danger. Lasso again, we see an outside foot effort. He gets on the rebound, surely. It's a smash and grab affair.
We saw, but it's too early to call it in, I think, because you know the pressure from this Toka team. And don't forget, we've seen effortless like drop point against GCC in the last 1 minute of the game where they couldn't keep their composure. Do you think they have learned from that, maybe?
They have totally learned from that. It almost feels like a smash and grab with Toka, controlling all of the possession, getting all of the big chances. And just like that, FC can be so cruel sometimes. But I'm sure effortless, they'll be buzzing if they can hold on to this famous win. Montana, can he conjure up something? There's too many bodies around him. As effortless will go on the break. 5 minutes to go. They are 5 minutes away from beating the former champions in Toka. As they'll get a free kick in that middle pack. I mean, I think these last 5 minutes will tell us a lot about effortless. If they've learned from their mistakes, if they can hold on to these 3 points, then they will tell us that yes, they've done their homeworks about it. Melville was trying to run away with it, just getting the ball out of play. What does Toka have? Do they have the clutch gene? Do they have the resilience to pull something out of the drawer? Rhymes will try to flick it. Apos Capis, that's what to win it back. Dio on the 10, here they come. They're sending everybody, throwing everything in the kitchen sink at it. On the 10, has the chance to shoot.
What a chance! What a chance!
There was an option for the pass as well.
Yeah,
but in that moment,
I think I'm going for that as well. I'm going for that as well. I'm definitely going for that shot.
Cross will come in, back post goalkeeper. Oh, parry, just a minute plus stopping time to go. Wonder on the ball. They have to start going in front now. Time on their side or left one up in. That's a brilliant takedown from him. Rhymes, can he get up to the loose ball? No, he can't clear their lines. Final turn, surely. It's now or never for the Toka. Can he conjure up something, Rhymes? Has the runner. The ball comes back in there. Will he try an effort from distance? Look at everybody on the effortless side throwing
what a match!
Ball.
What a match! What a match!
Sure now 3 points secured for effortless BAFC. Congratulations to them.
Man, what did you think about this match? I will try to get them on. What will you say? Match of the season so far, or there's still more to come?
Big contender. I think it's too early in the season, but kudos to both teams. Effortless. Wow. What they did, it wasn't effortless at all. They put so much effort into this, especially those last minutes. Like, look, everybody jumped on that ball when it was loose. Congratulations to them. They deserve all of those 3 points. Soccer FC, you know what? This is the nature of the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. You do not take your chances, you will be punished. And they've been punished in all sorts of forms right there. I don't think that we end today with Soccer FC still in the position that they are right now.
Oh,
I think someone leapfrogs them.
You see now they are dropping a couple of interesting points. You see them drop points against Galaxy 11, and now they have gone on to lose against Effortless. You see, Effortless had a bad week. If you see with the press conference with the manager, he took some part of the blame. He was like, he's new to the job. The first week they were doing good, and then the second week he was a bit pressured to like start giving some senior players what they want. But after dropping those points in the second week, he's like, no, he's going to go back into what he believes the most. Like, he has to go to his tactics and get the right players in the team fulfilling his tactics, and that's what he came out to say. Like, he's not afraid, he's learning on the job, but he has made the right decision. And so far I think the result is speaking. After the second week they have been relentless, and they've only dropped points in that draw with Marshall XI. They have gone on to win the rest of their game, including this against Toka FC.
this is serious confidence booster from them. If they weren't hyped about the season after this win, I think that changes for them. I called it out earlier that their plan was very clear. Get it to the wings, make the pitch as wide as possible, leave the spaces in the midfield, and that's what worked for them for that final goal as well. They got it into that midfield. It was scrambling everywhere, and they made their luck. Like I always say, if you put the bodies there, when the ball is bubbling around, it can fall into your laps. And my goodness, it fell right into their laps, and they grabbed that opportunity with 2 hands. Well deserved 3 points. And we see effortless right now in 7th position on 17. We can now confirm that they'll be finishing on 20 points. Marshall Ecsn have got to be careful. They could be leapfrogged anytime. We'll see how results go on there as well. Adventure Time. We're looking at that Adventure Time game. If they did go on to win, then it means CHOAS will be dropping down that table.
Looking at the bottom of beats, we were able to capture a match between CURRYZ and DIEHARD, but we don't get how the match ended because we saw at a point DIEHARD was getting back in the game, but it was a 2-1. But this is what we have for Monday. Maybe what we'll have next week is that we'll push our featured game a bit backwards so we can get in all the action with the other games, because when it's a featured game, we can't really switch back and forth, so our viewers don't miss in on the action from the most dangerous team play. But so far, like what do you have to say with our featured match? Did it give the viewers what to expect? Were you virtually seeing the tension in that match?
I mean, you felt it, especially in that second half, like around that 70th minute where you felt like CHOAS got back into the game. They started controlling a lot more, and you almost felt the pressure bearing down on effortless. But the way they controlled the pressure was just immaculate. Kudos to them. They were able to do that. And kudos to every single person behind the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. Scheduling as well. Being able to get these games as the main featured games, I think is excellent. So far, we are having all of the games right, because when they come on the main broadcast, they are really living up to the hype. What a game this one was. And I think you even put it as contender for game of the season so far. So I think we definitely made the right choice of putting that game high up there. They definitely gave us a good time.
There was a lot of match intensity in that match, as we observed. And we'll be having the managers join us shortly as we try to get them on. They did promise, maybe we'll see if they could keep the gentleman agreement pact, because they were like, regardless of the results in the match, we'll be on to give you our view in what happened. So we'll try to get them in, and so we'll see what happened between both teams, and we'll try to get their view of the moments in and out of the match. So word of the manager confirmation, we have the manager of Effortless. You know, when you win, you're very eager to see sport.
Exactly.
So we'll be celebrating with him in a bit, but I will try to still get Rhymes as well. So we'll see if Rhymes will be joining us as well. So we're trying to get Jerome live. But before that, like, what do you think about where the league is at the moment? Is it like a lot of people were giving an early guesses to Nameless Chaos, and they were like, could they go on to win it? Could they? But I've seen them. You keep asking the question, and they keep answering you with results. So I'm starting to turn a believer right now into what Nameless Chaos are doing.
I mean,
Sly, are you with us?
yeah, I'm still with you. I thought someone had come into the lobby. So for Nameless Chaos, I was actually going through their games that they've played already this season. And if you look at the caliber of opponents that they've beat, okay, so before today, they already beat DIEHARD FC. I think DIEHARD FC are not performing to that standard so far. They beat AOS Tornado, which is quite an impressive team. They've already beat Get Clubs in the way and manner in which they beat them, 4-2. They beat CURRYZ also in 12th spot. They've also beat Galaxy, who we knew took points off of Talker. They've beat HITMISS Aura, of course, expecting them to do that. They've also beat, I think, Adventure Time as well. Adventure Time, one of the very best teams around. They've also beat FACELESS. FACELESS, we're raving about their new roster that they've put together. They've beat United FET as well. So, I mean, they've mixed it up with the way they are beating the teams that they're supposed to beat and the teams that they're supposed to struggle against. They're also beating them. Like you said, they're answering every single question being posed to them. Kudos to them. But I think it's still too early to go out there and just say Nameless Chaos are going to win it. For now, I feel like Get Club Course feel like Man City of last year and last 2 years. And they'll just be in second place the whole time. in those last 5 or 10 games, they go on a crazy run, and maybe FLS drops, Nameless Kills drop some points. But hey, I don't want to jinx it. But the way Nameless Kills are playing, I just hope that run continues for them, because the guys behind them, you do not want to have a team like Get Club Cause chasing you. You do not want to have them chasing you in these moments, because the fire that they are going to put behind you. I'm sure today they found a way to win. I don't know the results, but that's how Get Club they roll. Because if they chase you, they go straight right down to the wire. And if you want to become champion, then you've got to be the champions of stuff. And Nameless Kills, they've done that already. I'm sure that second leg when it comes up, everybody will be ready for the fire when it comes.
I think I think they are doing well so far, because one of the most dangerous team chasing you don't want GCC chasing you, because when they are chasing you, your legs can get shaky real in the match. So right now we're seeing them being calm under the pressure. I don't know how they are managing to do that with GCC hitting big scoreline every week. We see them on Thursday. We saw GCC hit 13-2. Like, I think that's the highest so far this season, and they can go higher if you let them. That's the kind of team chasing them. You see already before this match day matches, we see GCC already topping them in the goal difference, and I see them trying to get a couple of goals in to like even this balance. We don't have the results for GCC yet, but we'll be having Jerome live with us, one of our managers for the match of the day. And hey, Jerome, if you're here, please turn on your camera so we can get your post-match conference on the match results. Okay, Jerome is live and we can see the excitement on his face. Jerome, welcome back again. You did promise you'll be coming to join us back, and we are happy to have you. And Michael Slimer is going to take you on from here.
Yeah, Jerome, they're good to see your face. I think last year we got to see Effortless in action, even though maybe the season didn't pan out the way you guys wanted to. The approach towards this game, I think it was very clear. The way you guys were defending, I had to salute every single minute of that one. But Eddie mentioned that you guys had lost a last-minute lead in one of your games this season. Was that a plan for you guys to have everybody behind the ball in those last 10 minutes when you had the lead?
Well, that's the idea. When you have a lead, you have to look for a way to like protect the lead. So we knew we were going to score. What we had issues with was protecting our lead. So yeah, we had the idea that okay, even if we haven't scored, we are going to like defend compact as a team, both from the left to the right to the center. So yeah, that's the idea we came in with.
And I mean, anybody watching that game could tell immediately that Effortless wanted to utilize their wing play. I think Melville was on the right hand side. I was trying to get was on the left hand side, but I couldn't get it. But was that a plan for you guys? Utilize the wings, get crosses in, and I think it paid off with 2 goals for you.
Yeah, like if you look at our formation, that's the idea. It helps us defensively, and it makes us very, very attacking. So yeah, that was the idea, to work with the wings. Like we had Kaz. Kaz is the person who played the left midfield. So yeah, that was the idea.
And I think they did a brilliant job. Those 2 wingers, they were crazy. How much of a confidence booster is a win, like beating the past champions, CHOAS? How much of a confidence booster is that for you guys?
Well, as you can see, we've not had like the best start to the season, or we had good start, then we fell off. So we just needed to build on something. That's why we had to like go deep and defend this lead. Even when we lost it, I think at the 50th minute. But immediately we got the second goal, we were like, GG's, man, they have to not score. So yeah, that was the idea.
Okay.
I like the mentality a lot.
We have Rhymes on board, and Rhymes, that was Gigi said to you live on your face. And Rhymes, first of all, kudos to you. You gave us a gentleman word that regardless of the match result, you will be joining us live. And thank you for joining us live. And I have my co-host Slimer to also take you on as well.
Thank you for joining us, Rhymes. Usually, when I'm in the Ghana Pro Clubs League, we have post-match conference. Sometimes the teams that lose, we don't get to see them. So yeah, kudos to you for coming here. But Talker FC, after you guys equalized, do you feel like the game was unfair to you a little bit, because you guys were creating all of the chances? Then one chance immediately from Effortless, they get a goal. Is that how you feel?
Yeah. That's how we feel. Like we know we are like we feel like we're going to like win the game. Even when we're 1-0 down, because we know how we can play. And yeah, so but it's just the game, and it happens a lot. So we have to like take the result and just go back and try and get better. That's just it. No other
And
excuses.
do you guys feel the pressure of being champions last season? I know last season you had different set of players, but it's still the branding Toka FC. You feel like every single team that is playing against you, knowing that you guys are champions, are even going the extra year to try to beat you guys?
Yeah. I think that's that one too. Like I think it's kind of like part of it, and the reason why a lot of people want to like beat effortless so bad. I think it's part of it. But at the end of the day, it's just like fresh team and it's fresh players. So a lot of things we still need to like work on. These are like our first year playing together, so I think we still need to like work together. Unlike some other things, the chemistry is there and stuff like that. But we're working on it, and I think we're on the right track. So
Yeah, that was the question I was actually about to go to for the final question. I've seen you've got a lot of Ghanaian players in your squad, and I know that's the first time you guys are playing together. Tell us how working with those Ghanaian players that you've got in your team currently feels like in your team, and do you feel like teams like Effortless or Get Club, who have the chemistry, they have the continuity because they've been playing together for a long time, do you feel like they have an added advantage currently over you guys who are new to each other?
to be honest, I have to be really honest. Yeah. To be honest, I feel like the Ghanaians that we have in our team, they are very good. I feel so confident in them, and I know that if we play to our potential, I feel like we can actually be the best team in the league. I'm just being honest here, but I think the difference, like the country difference and the time difference, used to like affect us a lot. Most of the time, before we play our league games, we don't train. Like today, we didn't even see one training because of the time difference. The lights in their place always messed up, and they're like our key players. When we don't have them, we really cannot do much because it's just like a new team doing it. So the whole thing always like affect us or somehow, but we don't really mind. We are still doing fine, and we are still like second or third on the table. So it still is just like 7 games into like, let's say like 20 or more. So we'll be fine, I'm sure.
I like the mentality, not backing down at all. Eddie, I'm done with my question.
Okay, before I get to Rhymes a bit, let me go to the winning manager, Jerome. Like, we saw you talk about your second hard week that you had, and then you said you are sticking to your principles and tactics. So would you like to say your principles and tactics at the end of the day was what gave you the result, or it was down to you defending the lead?
Well, we can say that we had an idea and we had to like or the way we wanted to play, we had to like, focus on it, and fair enough, we had to respect opponents. So GG's and fair play to talk about because we respect them. We know that these guys are good. We cannot go and be exploring the way we play against other teams. We have to give them that defend compact so they won't find it easy. So that's we followed our idea basically.
Okay, the second one, Sly. This is a really interesting one because there's some backstory against the manager, Jerome. There, some managers are nicknaming you Jose Mourinho. They say you only go out there to like you go to defend. You're not looking for victories. Like we saw a lot of complaints on how you approach a couple of games, and they say they don't want to face you. Even GCC said, "Oh, we are lucky to get that result." Because how can you guys defend so much? Like, don't you want to come out and play football? I don't know if I'll ask Primes on that a bit if that was what he experienced. But you, as the manager of Effortless, what do you have to say about being called the name Jose Mourinho? And is that really your gameplay, defending all around? And what do you have to say about this?
Well, first off, I'll be glad to be there with Mourinho, but that's not really the idea. The idea is if you look at our team from last this season, we lost key players position. We lost Italian Mafia, we lost Roberto, we lost Mahmoud, and our player is still injured, Damayo. So basically, we have tried to integrate new defensive style. So a new defense entirely. I don't play defense. I did not play defense today. I played the CDM position with Rojo. So we had to like dig in deep. The back three are new players basically. If you look at them, Osh, OJ Billion, and SOLESS. Okay, SOLESS we bought from yes. So the idea was we know we are not like last season, so we have to like dig deep. I think from the strike, everybody had to defend together. It's not like we have to do the but we have to help the new players. So basically, that's why we are defending like that. So that's why it's like that.
Oh, okay. We have heard the words from the manager that they are basically defend because there's a new group and they're trying to integrate it. So, Rhymes, was that your reaction? Do you think they were defending a bit too much, or like you saw means to exploit, or like what was your take on effortless gameplay and how would you do faring in the second leg?
Yeah, I can't like the most important thing is like get the results, and whatever thing they do, they did it and they get the results. So I think it's fair play to them. But I think they are like the most defensive team we played. The way they defend really kind of not normal, you know. But at the end of the day, they get the results. So that's just all that matters at the end, you know. So I just feel like if you play well and then if you play well, the result might have been different. But it's GG's at the end of the day. So.
You heard it live on stream. Rhymes Bobo said your defense is abnormal, but we'll take that one. We'll take the response and feedback from both of you. And nice one for you guys joining us after the game. We really appreciate when managers give us, the backroom staff, some kind of your time, so we can show these viewers that it's not just those characters they are seeing. They are active personnel behind the console trying to make things happen. And there's a lovely one, and I believe my co-host will just give you a briefing before we let you go.
Yeah. So kudos to you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it because it goes beyond, just like Eddie said, just what we do on the virtual pit, but it shows everybody how serious we are. So thank you guys for giving us a good game. Featured match. I know the expression on you guys think that everybody wants you guys to perform. So thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, Slimer, we are back and rocking. So, Slimer, what are the changes? This is the league table last week. So, what notable changes, observation will you see? Because I don't think Matchday lost their game, so I don't know how Effortless is climbing because there are a bit of a difference between the points difference between them and Adventure Time, and we went on to see Adventure Time win their game. So, I think even this result still keeps Effortless right back where they are.
I mean, it keeps effortless right where they are, but it gets them in the mix. They are closer to that top four than even we can think, and it gets a negative return on the team that lost in Toka, because if you did confirm that Adventure Time went on to win, then it means that Adventure Time will leapfrog them. If you did confirm that Marshall Ecsn went on to win, Marshall Ecsn will also now be on 22 points. Even though Toka, I think, will have more goals than them, they will be apart on points. So it becomes a negative result for Toka. And just like Rams said, I think I like his mentality, saying it's just one loss. They're still working together with blending a Nigerian squad and the Ghanaian squad to play at their potential, but he believes in the team. So we'll see how they bounce back from that on Thursday. But I think it does a lot for Effortless with that big win. I think Jerome, he was super excited like everybody saw.
Okay, and so speaking on that, we see Nameless Chaos getting a couple of more goals. What do you think anybody's playing catch up with Nonyama with the form he is and the form the team is at the moment?
The number of goals they are scoring and the rate at which they are coming, I don't see anybody catching Noni at this point. Because look, if they are scoring 7, at least Noni's getting 2 or 3. At least every single time he's getting 2 or 3. That's how lethal he is up top. But kudos every single player on the list as well. Roro, Chime, Black Boy, and Killer Dawn. I think they've also put in the work. They're also banging their goals, and they're really important for their squad. Roro, one of those guys up top for Toka FC, needing the goals when they do need it. I think it will be difficult to catch Noni because the rate at which they are going is crazy. As also see the guys who are contributing up top in the top assist as well. Ryan, who we just had in our show, kindly leads the assist. Wow, with 15. So I think Chime is the only player in the scoring table and the assist table. Okay,
yeah,
that's MVP. That's MVP type stuff.
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying it like it's giving us the Mohamed Salah vibes. Like it's not just scoring the goal, it's dropping the assist, and not a lot of players can do that. We mostly have either you're a goal scorer or you're an assist giver. Even during my playing time, I could count the number. I could handpick the number of goals I score a season because they are not a lot. but in being able to both score and when it matters to give those assists, you have to talk about the caliber of player he is. And we'll see, like we see, this is one of the most loyal player in the league, speaking of Shimia as well, because there are obviously a lot of offer on his table, and season after season he keeps declining everything to remain in GCC. And these are the character we can take note of. Like, it's really paying them with the trust they have in him, and he's giving the club back his loyalty. And you see him feature in the team of the week as well. What do you have to say about this league? The keeper is never changing, and we have a few names appearing multiple times as well. What do you see about is it fairly represented by the best performing teams?
I think so, yes, because all of the teams that won big have everybody featured, especially Toka. I think last week they were brilliant. So Rhymes, Communique, Pablo, and then Roro up top. I think they do deserve a spot here. Chimi, like you said, both in the assist numbers, in the scoring numbers, also deserves a spot here. Frank, I also saw him in the assist numbers, so deserves a spot here. Killer Dawn was also in those ones as well. But when you have players from teams that are below the table, like from Opila, from DIEHARD in there, I'm always proud to see those guys that at least they've got standout performance. So shouts to him as well.
Yeah, especially it's not easy when you're in the team at the bottom and competing. Like, I always give a shout out to players like Opila. Then you also have players like Black Boy as well in the top scorer chart. Like, you see the position there on the table, but the number of goals, and he has been doing that. Like, in the all-time of the NPCL, Black Boy is like a top 4 goal scorer, but he's never secured that big move to any of the big six. But he's right wherever he is. He's creating a chaos. He's right there in those shots, and it's also good to see. And like Jerome said in his press conference, these are Effortless change their entire back line, and these are new guys, and we have seen them feature for the first time. What they did last week was impressive. These guys kept 3 clean sheets in 3 games. Like, no one was getting past them, and now you see, obviously against a better, a good side like Toka FC, they went on to concede.
But at least one of them has to feature for next week, because they're defending in those last 10 minutes.
Yeah, you have to give credits to that defense, because, like I say, he's trying to build his team. Like, he doesn't want them to get the bad results while trying to get good results. So I think you have to give kudos to the defense of Effortless a bit, because they appeared twice as well. And Bablu, with the absence of AGZ, Bablu is not letting anyone take that spot. Yeah.
I mean, it's been incredible for Tokati. I think today the goals that went in, you cannot blame Bablu at all. Like, you cannot blame the goalkeeper. They are just one of those ones, like the ball, the ricocheting in the defense. The defense at 6s and 7s, not knowing where the ball is going to fall, and then they get a goal out of that. So the goalkeeper absolutely cannot do anything about it. I don't think it made any major saves in the game, because that's the nature of such games. So I'm not sure he'll be featuring in next week, but I think last week he was incredible. So deserved that spot there.
All right. Looking at this, too bad today we weren't able to cover a lot of games, because when we reached out to the community, they did request that when is a featured match, they want to like be able to catch all the actions of the featured match, because when we were switching a bit, they were missing some Noni goals, some Chime goals, and all of that. So we were able to carry you all through the game between Effortless and Toka FC, and what a thrilling match. I think Sly, at some point I could feel like these players were not breathing, because they were so intense in the game.
Yes, especially in the second half. Even as commentators, we couldn't breathe, because it was end-to-end stuff. More or less felt like on a basketball court, back and forth we go. It was amazing, especially in that second half. I think in the first half it took time for it to pick up. In the second half, my word, especially after Toka got that equalizer, it was end-to-end stuff, and it is a game that you dream of to be match of the day for every single week to make it brilliant. So I also like the fact that the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, everybody that is behind production team also listens to the thoughts of the fans and the players, that they want to watch that full game of the featured match as well. I think it is an excellent addition. Being able to get the guys also for pre-match conferences and post-match conferences, I think is also added beautification to the league. The league is already amazing, but being able to improve every single week, it's top tier. and I've seen the improvement right from the very start. So kudos to everybody.
Okay, before we let everybody go, because on Monday is like our quick night, we want to look at a result of what happened last week, Thursday. So next week when we come, we give you a result of what happened today. So this was all what happened last week. In case you're just joining us and it's your first experience in the Nigerian Pro Club League, we see a lot of big results. Effortless going 5-0, 5-0 on both legs. Get Clap Calls getting 6-0 and 13-2. We see them scoring 18 goals in 2 games. Sly, what do you have to say about this one? The goal scoring, these teams, what do you think is the solution for them to like reduce this number of goals and stop making it look very embarrassing for them?
To be honest with you, there's no solution, especially to the likes of Get Club. This is not the first time we are seeing them do this. Ever since I started following Nigerian Pro Clubs, you will have them score goals. And the fact is, the only way you can stop them is if they score, you score. Like what Nameless Chaos did to them. If they score, you score. They beat them by 4 goals to 2. There's no way you're going into a Toka game and you are confident in yourself that you are not conceding a single goal. You will concede 1 or 2, but your offense has to be so overpowered that their defense will struggle, and that's how come Nameless Chaos got a result. But the way Nameless Chaos and Toka are going boot for boot is crazy, because Nameless and their own right also beat that by 8 goals to 1. It tells you that these guys also really mean business, and in the tough games like the AS Tornado game, always find a way to manage results to get a 2-0 win. I was also impressed with Effortless getting that 5-0 win against United for 5-0, 5-0 like you mentioned earlier. Adventure Time losing to Toka FC. So I think brilliant results for Matchday 8 and 9, and they followed up with an interesting Matchday 10 as well.
Sly, too bad you had to miss that one, but there was a lot of offsets in the second match. Like when I say and viewers, if you're live here, you don't want to miss the Thursday games because the intensity is crazy. Imagine if Toka FC had double game today. After you lose the first game, to arrange the lobby back into the second is it takes a lot of determination, pressure, confidence, because you see a lot of teams winning their first game and then going the second game. Like one of the teams I have to take note of is Adventure Time. We say they are in form, but we have been saying we want to see them against the top side. Then you see them lose 6-2 to Toka. You see them lose 6-2 to Toka, and then they went on to win Marshall. Marshall, who just come off with an impressive victory against Faceless Men 2-0. And Marshall was 2-0 up against Adventure Time. Anybody would think that game is off and gone, but Adventure Time, who just lost 6-2, were able to get back into that game from 2 goals down. And they won 3-2. I think is a result that to stand out throughout the season as one of the match to watch, because that match, it was a lot. And that was where I wanted you to catch some of the highlight of Caesar, because he was phenomenal. He scored the winning goal against Marshall, and I think that pumped up his value high a bit, because to have composure in the last minute of the game. And then, like we said, the teams losing going on to winning. We saw Faceless Men, who lost in that game against Marshall, went on to win the game against CURRYZ 5-1. And then Toka FC, that were the dominant side against Adventure Time. You saw what Galaxy 11 did to them. You can't take chances.
I mean, the unpredictability of the league is through the roof. If we put it out there for everybody to predict how results will go, I don't think anybody gets it right. It's just too difficult to predict. And at this point, anybody could drop. And the only teams that you can guarantee for now that every single day they can possibly get a win out there is possibly maybe Nameless Chaos and Get Club. But even that could change. I thought Toka FC was in that bracket, but hey, they dropped points to Galaxy and they lost today. That's how difficult it is to play in this Nigerian Pro Clubs League. And Marshall Exile, with the Avengers that they've got, with all of the big names that they've got, you see them struggling ahead. You confirmed today they got a win, so kudos to them for bouncing back. But it's not easy for anybody. But there's kudos to teams that have been able to hold on to their talent, build chemistry, because I think continuity is the biggest thing. It is, in fact, the biggest thing in all of sports, not just in pro clubs. If you're able to keep the players that make you tick, that is where you get the best out of them, because season after season, they understand each other better. They know what to do already. It's not now that you're about to groom somebody into becoming a champion. The likes of Get Club, I think almost every key figure is still in that team. That's how come they are still reigning at the top of the table. You see those names like Frank Adefola, Chimi, everybody contributing to that team. So I think it's going to be a fun season. Just 10 games in, but the kind of action entertainment they have produced is immense.
All right, you heard it from his mouth. It's 10 games in and 20 more games to go, and our season will be in the wrap. You see, the point where you can never slow down is because it's not just a weekend league kind of thing where you have to rush your 20 games like you have in champs. This league takes a span of 3 months, so you can have a first good month, and if you don't get your boys in cooperation with you, you can go on to lose everything. So it's about the journey, like I said. So a lot of teams you can't always win, but it's about you and this particular group of guys going through this journey. And what a journey it has been. Some teams are still struggling a bit. Our condolences to them, but we actually wish them the best. We see men in PLUTO 10 games in. We don't know the result of today's game, but it will be a hard one against Get Clap. But we still see them struggle for their first point in the season. But obviously, it is their first season. Like, a team I want them to look up to is, you can't always idolize Get Clap, because I think one of the team a lot of people should idolize is Phoenix. You know, they came into the league last season. They were struggling like this men in PLUTO, like this Galaxy 11 is not struggling because they are able to get good results. But Phoenix were struggling. But what we have seen them do is that they have transitioned into one of the best teams in the league. They did their training, they did their homework. They are not afraid to splash a few of the dollars to get the players, and now they are up and firing. So in Nigeria, there's a popular saying in the streets now, who give up now and lose. So you never know what to expect. If you give up now, what's in store for you and your guys that you brought in? Would we know you as the team that came in and quit because they weren't good enough? Or would we see you as the team that came and they fight through all the challenges to be the best team out there? These are the stories that goes on in the Nigerian Pro Club League, and we always look forward to this moment. So in response to that, we would like to also bid our viewers and thank you for joining us, because it's always nice to know that when we go back there, we see 300 viewers, 200 viewers, and all the rest, and we can keep the number up, but we need you to subscribe to our page and like our comments and interact with us. The community is still there and wide open for all of you to join us as well. So Sly, any words for them before we bid them a good night and farewell to them as well?
I mean, they've seen the body of work now. If this is your first time, this season is your first time joining the Nigerian Pro Clubs, you've seen the body of work with 10 games in. You've seen the excitement they've been able to produce every single night. If you are here, you've never had a dull moment. Like, it's always fun to be here. That's why every single time I have the chance, I always want to be here and enjoy all of the action. Sometimes me commentating with Pro Clubs games, and not just only Pro Clubs, like other EFC games, I can go for hours and hours, and I think this for Eddie as well. You don't feel the tiredness because you're excited with every single game that it brings. If you're a big lover of the sport, I think you share the same sentiment with me. So if you want to join in the fun, this is the place to be. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, kindly do so. Thursday, we'll have the double fixture to bring to you, and there's a lot more where this came from.
Like I say, it's always a pleasure, and we always look forward to having you, because you make the work so beautiful and easy. So thank you once again for joining us, and it will be a good night from Effortless Sports Network to you. And you know, this is where you catch all the live action of the Nigerian Pro Club League. So have a good night rest, and see you all on Thursday. Signing off. Slide more.